Next up, we have Annie Flowers. Annie is from Indianapolis, and she'll be a senior next year. Hi, Annie.
Annie.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Tell us something about yourself. When did you start singing?
So my name is Annie Flowers. I'm going to be a senior in high school. And I started singing kind of when I started doing theater in elementary school. My first big role was actually Annie and Annie. And since then, musical theater and my passion for voice have been pretty integral. And and growing up in a house with a lot of jazz music, Songbook Academy just kind of came into the picture, and my dad and I would drive over to Carmel, 20-minute drive, attend some master classes and showcases, and since then I've fallen in love with the organization, and feels pretty surreal to kind of be experiencing a master class right now.
So. We're glad to have you, and I'm glad to be here. Tell us what you brought today.
So I'm going to be singing, or I did sing, Isn't This a Lovely Day by Irving Berlin.
Okay. And you've got your scenario, right? Your movie, your scene. And I always, I don't know why, but I always look for the dilemma. Is there a dilemma in the song? And sometimes there can be a dilemma in just a simple love song. So I like to think about things like that, right? And if there's a dilemma, where does it start? How do you sort of put yourself in the scene? Who you're sharing it with? Where are you at? Hopefully it's somewhere you know well. So in your mind's eye, it's very specific. The light, is it inside? Is it candlelight? Is it sunlight? Is it a sunset? Right? Is it a bright light? Is it a ceiling light, right? Time of day, year, month, temperature, any smells, and the person you're sharing it with. The color of their eyes, what are they wearing? Their mood. And what's just happened that you have to say the first line, which is what?
The weather is frightening. Right? The weather is frightening. The thunder and lightning seem to be having their way. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a lovely day. The turn in the weather will keep us together, so I can honestly say that as far as I'm concerned, it's a lovely day. Isn't this a lovely day to be caught in the rain? You were going on your way, now you've got to remain. Just as you were going, leaving me all at sea, the clouds broke. They broke. And oh, what a break for me. I can see the sun up high, though we're caught in a storm. I can see where you and I could be cozy and warm. Let the rain pitter patter, but it really doesn't matter if the skies are gray. As long as I can be with you, it's a lovely day. Isn't this a lovely day to be caught in the rain? You were going on your way, now you've got to remain. Just as you were going, leaving me all at sea, the clouds broke. They broke, and oh, what a break for me. I can see the sun up high, though we're caught in a storm. I can see where you and I could be cozy and warm. Let the rain pitter patter, but it really doesn't matter if the skies are gray. As long as I can be with you, as long as I can be with you, as long as I can be with you, it's a lovely day.
All right, nice. Let's hear you sing it.
The weather is frightening, the thunder and lightning seem to be having their way. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a lovely day. The turn in the weather will keep us together, so I can honestly say that as far as I'm concerned, it's a lovely day. everything's okay. Isn't this a lovely day to be caught in the rain? You were going on your way, now you've got to remain. Just as you were going, leaving me all at sea. The clouds broke, they broke, and oh, what a break for me. I can see the sun up high, though we're caught in a storm. I could see where you and I could be cozy and warm. Let the rain pitter-patter, but it really doesn't matter if the skies are gray. As long as I can be with you, it's a lovely day. Isn't this a lovely day to be caught in the rain? You are going on your way, now you've got to remain. Just as you were going, leaving me all at sea. The clouds broke, they broke, and oh, what a break for me. I can see the sun up high, though we're caught in a storm. I could see where you and I could be cozy and warm. Let the rain pitter-patter, but it really doesn't matter if the skies are gray. As long as I can be with you, as long as I can be with you, as long as I can be with you, it's a lovely day.
I'm going to do that too. So Annie, how did it feel watching yourself?
You know, I really got into that. Like, I was moving around a lot more than I thought I did, but it was good. Yeah.
Well, good, because it's always interesting to see how we feel about performances that are frozen in time, especially when you're in this process of taking in new information. I love that you chose that song because it's one of the first songs I learned when I was a kid, so it has a very visceral meaning for me. That it's something that I like a lot, and it's an interesting song. The way that it's constructed and the way that it expresses itself, it's not like any other song that I know in the way that it gets to the romantic part. Please be careful of your pitch because in the verse you're kind of all over the place. You're pitchy, and I think it's because you're over singing it. And I would like to see you draw it back because the verses are often, not always, but often conversational. And especially this verse, the weather is frightening, the thunder and lightning seem to be having their way. I'm pitchy too. The weather is frightening, the thunder and lightning seem to be having their way. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a lovely day. So there's, be careful of the weather is frightening, the thunder and lightning. Be careful of all those pitches. So by singing less and bringing it down energetically, it'll make it easier for you, I think. You have everything you need and you don't need to work as hard as you are. Because you want to get to a place where you got to at the end. Where you got to at the end is great. And a lot of what you were doing through the song was full energy, so it deprives us of a place for you to go at the very end. So pulling back and giving less through the song will serve you well. And again, it's just trusting, because this song is kind of casual. When it was done in the movie Top Hat, it was Fred Astaire and Ginger just out in the storm, and they're walking and suddenly, oh, look, it's raining. And isn't this a lovely day to be caught in the rain? You were going on your way, and now you've got to remain. So, just as you were going, leaving me all at sea, the clouds broke. They broke. And oh, what a break for me, So you can do less with it. Would you mind singing the verse, trying it quieter and more casually?
Just right from the beginning.
Yeah.
The weather is frightening, the thunder and lightning seem to be having their way. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a lovely day. The turn in the weather will keep us together, so I can honestly say that as far as I'm concerned, it's a lovely day, and everything's okay.
Yeah, that was good. I know that your piano is moving very quickly, so you have to adapt to what the piano is doing. So it makes it a little hard to do the verse. I noticed that when you were doing the second chorus, when you were doing sort of your vocal riff on it, where you were changing the notes, overall you seemed much more comfortable to me, in the sense that you were singing a little less self-consciously. And I like that, because you're working a lot. So, isn't this a lovely day to be caught in the rain? Because I'm trying to verbalize what I'm seeing. You're doing a lot of expressions and you're doing a lot of this, and instead it's isn't this a lovely day? Look at the person in your mind. Look at the person and just say to them, isn't this a lovely day to be caught in the rain? That simply. So start out simply so you have a place to go with it. How is this all striking you? Is it making sense?
Oh, no, definitely. Yeah. And this is something that my, vocal teachers have been telling me I need to build up, because I'm also kind of pushing at the end, because I've already gotten to the point I need to be at with the end. So this is very helpful.
Yeah. Well, the most important thing that I've learned, one of the most important things I've learned through these is relaxing and trusting the song more. And it's taken me years to do that. So I'm actually giving you a head start. If somebody had said to me that very thing 30 years ago, I would have learned much quicker. And that is, the less you sing and the less you do, the more the song will come through, because you've got what you need. So trust yourself there. And that's the good news, is that you've got what you need. So I see it. And I'm sure Faith does too.
Absolutely. I had one thought about this that struck me about this song. Have you ever been in a situation where you're suddenly intimate with somebody that you've never been intimate with before? And there's kind of an awkwardness. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then as you go towards the refrain, it calms down and there's suddenly something that feels really right about it. And it's like, oh my God, we're here now, and it's getting cozy, and I feel really good. I feel good being next to you. So I'm wondering if it doesn't go just like, oh, this has happened, and look, it's made us be here together, and now it's getting cozier. And then the second verse, instead of going out more, bringing it down and just going, oh my God, this is so great. Just being here with you, being cozy with you. I would love to play with you to kind of go that way. And I think it would make it simpler, because you don't really have to do a lot, because the scene is so perfect. And it's that awkwardness that you feel with somebody, but you're really happy to be in this traumatic little situation that pulls you in. And then you go, wow, you know, I really like being here with you. You are nice, you know? And there's something, I would love to see it draw you in like that, like Michael was saying, you know, just, and that's the fun to play. But just remember, you're enough. You're so beautiful. You're such a beautiful girl. You sound so great. You can do no wrong. All you have to do is just be you, you know? And that's really, as artists, that's all we work towards, is to just, this is me. This is what I got, you know?
Thank you so much.
Taking me years too.
Great job, Annie.
Thank you both so much. I find your advice so helpful.
I'm glad. I'm glad.